He was one of the greatest professional wrestlers of his generation, a man known for his discipline, respect, and surgical precision in the ring. But over a single weekend in June 2007, Chris Benoit murdered his wife, then his son, and finally took his own life. This wasn't just a tragedy. It was the moment wrestling's darkest demons stepped into the light, and what the investigators discovered afterwards was even more horrifying. Chris Benoit was born in Montreal, Canada, in 1967. From an early age, he idolized wrestlers like Bret Hart and Dynamite Kid. He trained at the famous Hart Dungeon and developed a reputation as one of the hardest working athletes in the business. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Benoit wrestled in WCW, ECW, New Japan, and eventually WWE. His matches were intense, technical, and often brutal. He was beloved by fans and respected by peers. In 2004, Benoit reached the pinnacle of his career, winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That night, he stood in the ring with his best friend, Eddie Guerrero, both in tears. But just a year later, Eddie would die from a heart failure, and Chris would never be the same. On Friday, June 22, 2007, Benoit was scheduled to appear at a WWE event but never showed. Over the weekend, messages were sent from his phone and computer that concerned his coworkers. By Monday morning, authorities entered his suburban home and discovered a nightmare. Chris's wife, Nancy Benoit, was found dead in an upstairs room. Her limbs had been bound with duct tape. She had been strangled to death the night of June 22nd, and a Bible was placed by her body. Their 7-year-old son, Daniel, was found dead in his bed. He had been sedated with Xanax and smothered, likely the following day. A second Bible was placed near him. On Sunday, Chris sent strange text messages to co-workers, including his address. Then, in the home gym, he hung himself using a weight machine cord. His body was found by a partially consumed bottle of wine and a Bible. Adding to the strangeness, a chilling online clue surfaced. Hours before police discovered the bodies, Chris Benoit's Wikipedia page was edited to say that Nancy had died. The IP address was traced to Stamford, Connecticut, home of the WWE headquarters. Was this a leak or a cover-up? Investigators concluded it was likely a disturbing coincidence. Someone had read an online rumor and updated the page. But for many fans, the timing was just too bizarre to ignore. When Chris Benoit's brain was examined post-mortem, researchers were shocked. His brain showed severe damage comparable to that of an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient. The condition was CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a degenerative brain disease caused by repeated head trauma. Chris Benoit had endured hundreds, possibly thousands of concussions throughout his career. He was famous for dangerous moves like the diving headbutt and had taken countless chair shots without protection. Researchers believe his brain trauma was likely contributed to his paranoia, aggression, and psychological unraveling that led to the murders. Toxicology reports showed elevated levels of testosterone in Benoit's system, likely due to hormone replacement. He also had painkillers, Xanax, and sleep medication in his body. Nancy had filed for divorce years earlier and claimed physical abuse. There were lots of warning signs like mood swings, emotional distance, and an explosive temper. Initially, WWE blamed roid rage, but experts argued Benoit's actions were calculated and spaced out over 3 days, not a sudden outburst. On June 25th, unaware of the full details, WWE aired a 3-hour tribute episode dedicated to Chris Benoit. But the very next day, when the murder details were confirmed, they removed all mentions of him from their website and programming. Chris Benoit was erased from WWE history. Matches were pulled, merchandise discontinued, even wrestlers were warned not to say his name on air. Critics accused WWE of trying to protect their image, despite promoting a culture of overwork, underregulation, and glorified violence. In the years since, the Benoit tragedy forced WWE and other sports organizations to take CTE and mental health seriously. The WWE wellness policy was revamped to include regular drug testing, concussion protocols, and the banning of dangerous moves like chair shots to the head. Nancy's sister became an advocate for victim awareness and mental health support. But the scars remain. A family destroyed, a community betrayed, and a legacy wiped clean. Some fans still view Chris as one of the greatest technical wrestlers ever to live, but most agree his legacy is irreparably stained. The Chris Benoit case isn't just about a fall from grace. It's about how fragile the human mind can be, how pain can be masked by performance, and how even heroes can become monsters when left untreated. So was it brain damage? Was it rage? Or was it something far darker inside him all along? We may never know the full answer, but we owe it to the victims, to Nancy, and to Daniel to never forget. Let me know in the comments what you think about this case. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on new content. Till next time, stay up and stay safe.